If it challenges you, it's already working on you. Read that again, because most people hear that sentence and think it's just another motivational quote. It isn't. It's one of the hardest truths you'll ever accept. The moment something starts testing your patience, your discipline, your courage, or your consistency, your first instinct is usually to escape. You tell yourself, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I'm not talented enough. Maybe it's too difficult. Maybe I'll start tomorrow. But what if that challenge isn't there to stop you? What if it's there because it's building the version of you that you've been asking for? Think about it. Everyone wants confidence. Nobody wants the situations that create confidence. Everyone wants discipline. Nobody wants the mornings when getting out of bed feels impossible. Everyone wants success. Nobody wants the years of being ignored, underestimated, and exhausted. Everyone wants respect. Nobody wants to earn it. That's the contradiction. People pray for strength, but complain when life gives them heavy weights to lift. People ask for growth, but run away the moment growth becomes uncomfortable. Life doesn't hand you confidence first. It gives you challenges first. Confidence comes afterward. You don't become brave before facing fear. You become brave because you walk straight through fear. That's how life works. There's no shortcut around it. The challenge is the training. The discomfort is the classroom. The struggle is the teacher. Every difficult conversation, every lonely night, every failure, every rejection, every setback, every moment you want to quit, it's all shaping you, but only if you stay. The truth is, the easier option has never created extraordinary people. Comfort creates excuses. Pressure creates character. And character creates results. Look around. The people you admire didn't become strong because life was easy. They became strong because life refused to be easy. Every obstacle demanded more from them. And instead of asking life to become easier, they became stronger. That's the decision in front of you today. You can spend your energy asking why life is difficult. Or you can use that same energy becoming the person who can handle difficult things. One path keeps you stuck. The other changes your life forever. Here's something nobody tells you. Your biggest challenge is usually pointing toward your biggest opportunity. The thing you keep avoiding might be the exact thing that changes everything. That business you're scared to start. That skill you're afraid to learn. That goal you've delayed for years. That conversation you've been avoiding. That discipline you've been running from. They all have one thing in common. They demand a version of you that doesn't exist yet. And that's exactly why you have to face them. Because the person you are today cannot produce the future you keep dreaming about. You have to become someone different. And becoming someone different is never comfortable. It's painful. It's frustrating. It's slow. But that's the price of transformation. If you only do what feels easy, don't expect a life that's extraordinary. The life you want is hiding behind the work you keep avoiding. So stop waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting to feel motivated. Stop waiting for life to become fair. The challenge has already arrived, which means your growth has already begun. The only question now is whether you'll run from it or become stronger because of it. Let me tell you something that most people will never admit. The reason they stay the same isn't because they lack potential. It's because they refuse to stay uncomfortable long enough for change to happen. The moment life gets difficult, they quit. The moment progress slows down, they stop. The moment nobody notices their effort, they lose interest, and then they convince themselves that success wasn't meant for them. No, success didn't reject them. They rejected the process. You have to understand something. Every challenge has a purpose. Not every challenge is there to break you. Some challenges are there to expose you, to show you where you're weak, to show you where your discipline disappears, to show you where your excuses begin. Because you cannot fix what you're unwilling to face. Your weaknesses aren't your enemies. Ignoring them is. Every time life pushes you outside your comfort zone, it reveals something. Maybe you lose your patience too quickly. Maybe you give up after one failure. Maybe you're addicted to comfort. Maybe you've been depending on motivation instead of discipline. Good. Now you know. Because awareness is the first step toward change. Too many people spend years pretending everything is fine. They protect their ego instead of improving their life. They'd rather look capable than become capable. Don't be one of them. Face your flaws. Own them. Then get to work. Here's the reality. Nobody is coming to save you. Not your friends, not your family, not luck, not tomorrow. If your life is going to change, it will change because you decided to change it. That's a hard truth, but it's also an empowering one, because it means your future isn't controlled by anyone else. It's controlled by the choices you make every single day. Every workout you don't skip, every book you finish, every distraction you ignore, every promise you keep to yourself. Those small decisions don't feel life-changing in a moment, but over months and years, they build someone almost unrecognizable. Think about a blacksmith forging a sword. The steel doesn't become stronger because it's left alone. It becomes stronger because it's heated until it glows. Then it's hammered again and again, folded, pressed, tested. The process looks brutal, but without that pressure, it never becomes a sword. You're no different. Life is heating you. Life is testing you. Life is hammering away at every weak habit, every excuse, every limiting belief. And while it feels painful today, one day you'll realize it wasn't destroying you. It was preparing you. Stop asking why this is happening to you. Start asking what this is trying to teach you. That single question changes everything. Instead of becoming bitter, you become wiser. Instead of becoming weaker, you become stronger. Instead of becoming a victim, you become someone who grows through every setback. Remember this. Your comfort zone has never built your future. It has only protected your present. And if you stay there long enough, you'll eventually realize that comfort has become a prison. Freedom is earned through discomfort. Growth is earned through effort. Respect is earned through consistency. Nothing valuable is handed to people who refuse to struggle. If you truly want a different life, then stop negotiating with your excuses. Your excuses don't care about your dreams. They only care about keeping you comfortable. The version of you that succeeds is the version that learns to act even when every part of you wants to stop. That is where real transformation begins. There comes a moment in every person's life when excuses stop sounding convincing. Not to the world, to yourself. You wake up one morning and realize you've been telling the same story for months, maybe even years. I'll start next week. I'll begin when I have more time. I'll wait until I feel confident. I'll do it when everything is perfect. But deep down, you know the truth. Nothing is changing because you haven't changed. That truth hurts. But sometimes the truth is supposed to hurt. Because pain wakes people up. Comfort puts the back to sleep. Look at your goals. Now look at your habits. Do they match? Because dreams don't care about your intentions. They respond to your actions. You can spend hours watching motivational videos, reading books, planning your future, writing goals in a notebook. None of it matters if you don't move. Action is what separates people who dream from people who achieve. The world doesn't reward potential. It rewards execution. There are millions of talented people living average lives. Not because they lacked ability, because they lack consistency. Talent can give you a head start. Discipline keeps you in the race. And discipline isn't something you're born with. It's something you build. One decision at a time. One difficult morning at a time. One workout when you didn't feel like training. 1 hour of studying when your mind wanted entertainment. One choice to keep going when quitting looked easier. That's how discipline is created. Not through motivation, through repetition. You don't become mentally strong by thinking about being strong. You become mentally strong by doing things that your weaker self doesn't want to do. That's the difference. Every day, there are two voices inside you. One says rest. The other says work. One says tomorrow. The other says today. One says it's too hard. The other says keep moving. The voice that wins is the one you feed. If you constantly feed comfort, comfort will control your life. If you feed discipline, discipline will build your future. Stop expecting your feelings to lead you. Feelings change every day. Your purpose shouldn't. Some mornings you'll wake up excited. Other mornings you'll feel tired, frustrated, and unmotivated. Work anyway, because your future doesn't care how you felt. It only reflects what you did. The people who change their lives aren't superhuman. They're simply willing to do what most people refuse to do. They keep showing up, again, and again, long after the excitement disappears. That's where champions are made. Not when people are watching. Not when applause is loud. But in the silent moments where nobody would know if they quit, those are the moments that define a person. Ask yourself something. Who are you when nobody is looking? Do you still keep your promises? Do you still stay disciplined? Do you still choose the harder path? Because your character isn't revealed in public. It's revealed in private. The habits you build when nobody is watching become the life everyone sees later. So stop chasing easy victories. Start chasing lasting growth. Every difficult step is making you stronger. Every challenge is shaping your mindset. Every obstacle is preparing you for responsibilities you cannot carry yet. Remember this. The challenge in front of you isn't proof that you're incapable. It's proof that life believes you're ready to grow beyond who you are today. Most people don't fail because life is too hard. They fail because they expect growth to feel good. It doesn't. Growth is uncomfortable. Growth is frustrating. Growth is repeating the same thing over and over until one day it finally clicks. And that day only comes for the people who refuse to quit. Think about every skill you've ever admired. Speaking with confidence, building a business, getting in incredible shape, learning a new craft, leading other people. None of those abilities appeared overnight. Behind every impressive result were thousands of ordinary days. Days when nothing exciting happened. Days when progress was almost invisible. Days when quitting would have been easy. That's the part nobody posts. People celebrate the finish line. They ignore the years it took to get there. And because of that, many people believe they're falling behind. You're not falling behind. You're just seeing someone else's victory without seeing their sacrifice. Stop comparing your chapter 2 to someone else's chapter 20. Your only competition is the person you were yesterday. Beat that person, then do it again tomorrow. The truth is, your life changes in the moments when nobody is clapping for you, when nobody is checking if you stayed disciplined, when nobody reminds you to keep going. Those are the moments that matter, because self-respect is built when you keep promises to yourself. Every time you say you'll do something and actually do it, you become stronger. Every time you break your own word, you teach yourself that your promises don't matter. Read that again. If you can't trust yourself, how will you ever build the future you want? Start becoming someone whose actions match their words. Say less. Do more. Don't announce every goal. Build it quietly. Let your results make the noise. The world is full of people talking about what they're going to do. Very few are willing to disappear for months, put in the work, and come back transformed. Be one of those people. Because discipline is silent. Excuses are loud. Here's another truth. Failure is not the opposite of success. Quitting is. Failure teaches. Failure corrects. Failure exposes weaknesses. Quitting ends the lesson before you've learned it. Every successful person has failed more times than most people are willing to try. The difference is simple. They treated failure as feedback instead of a final answer. Every setback asked them one question. Are you serious about this? Or were you only interested when it was easy? Life asks that question over and over again. And every challenge is your chance to answer. Not with words, with actions. You don't prove your commitment by saying you want success. You prove it by working when you're tired, by staying focused when distractions are everywhere, by choosing discipline when comfort is calling your name. That is where real confidence is born, not from winning every battle, but from knowing that no matter how difficult life becomes, you won't run away from it. Because every challenge you face today is preparing you for opportunities you can't handle yet. Don't curse the pressure. Use it. Don't fear the struggle. Grow through it. The strongest version of you is waiting on the other side of everything you're avoiding today. Take a moment and imagine your life 5 years from now. Not the life you hope for, the life your current habits are creating. Because hope without action is nothing more than a pleasant fantasy. If you keep making excuses, where will you be? If you keep delaying your goals, what will your future look like? If you continue choosing comfort over discipline, what will you have to show for it? Those questions are uncomfortable. Good. They should be, because uncomfortable questions create honest answers. And honest answers create real change. The hardest person to lie to is yourself. You can convince other people that you're trying. You can tell them you're busy. You can blame your circumstances. You can point at bad luck. But when you're alone at night, You know exactly how much effort you've given. You know whether you've earned the life you want. That's the conversation that matters. Stop waiting for life to become easier. It won't. The challenges may change, but they never disappear. If it's not one problem, it'll be another. That's not bad news. That's reality. The goal isn't to build a life without problems. The goal is to become someone who is bigger than their problems. Every challenge you overcome increases your capacity. Every difficult season teaches you something comfort never could. Every obstacle forces you to grow in ways that success never will. That's why the struggle has value. Not because it's enjoyable, because it's necessary. A tree grows stronger every time it survives a storm. Steel becomes stronger after intense heat. Diamonds are formed under immense pressure. Why do you think you're different? Why do you expect your character to grow without resistance? Pressure isn't always a sign that you're on the wrong path. Sometimes it's proof that you're becoming someone stronger. The people who inspire the world weren't protected from hardship. They were shaped by it. They kept moving when they were exhausted. They stayed committed when nobody believed in them. They worked when there were no guarantees. And eventually, the results spoke louder than every doubt they had ever faced. That same choice is in front of you. Every single day, you don't need to be the smartest. You don't need to be the most talented. You don't need perfect conditions. You need consistency. You need courage. You need the willingness to keep showing up after disappointment. Again, and again. Because every day you refuse to quit, you become harder to stop. One day, people will look at your success and call you lucky. They won't see the mornings you wanted to stay in bed. They won't see the failures you kept to yourself. They won't see the sacrifices, the discipline, the lonely hours, or the battles inside your own mind. They'll only see the result. Let them. You don't need everyone to understand your journey. You only need to keep walking it. Never forget this. The challenge in front of you isn't your enemy. It's your invitation. An invitation to become stronger, more disciplined, more resilient, more focused. The version of you that you've always admired is not built in comfort. It's built in the moments when every part of you wants to quit, but you choose to keep going anyway. That's where lives change. That's where greatness begins. If you've made it this far, then don't let these words become another video you forget tomorrow. Let them become a decision. Because information doesn't change lives. Action does. The person you become after today depends on what you do when this video ends. Not next week, not next month, today. The moment you close this video, life will give you the same choices it always has. You'll have the choice to wake up early or sleep in, to work or make excuses, to stay disciplined or chase distractions, to keep your promises or break them again. Those choices may seem small, but small choices repeated every day become your identity. Your future is not created in one dramatic moment. It's built through thousands of ordinary decisions that nobody notices. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you're casting a vote for the person you want to become. Every time you choose excuses, you're strengthening the person you're trying to leave behind. So ask yourself one final question. When your future self looks back at this version of you, will they be grateful or disappointed? Don't waste your life wishing you had started sooner. 1 year from now, you'll either be proud that you began today, or you'll still be making the same excuses with another year gone forever. Time is moving whether you move or not. The clock isn't waiting for you to feel ready. Life isn't slowing down because you're afraid. Every sunrise is another opportunity. Every sunset is one opportunity gone. Stop counting the days. Make the days count. Stop chasing motivation. Build discipline. Stop fearing failure. Fear living the same year over and over again because you refuse to change. There's a stronger version of you waiting on the other side of every challenge you've been avoiding. Meet that version. Earn that version. Become that version. Because if it challenges you, it's already working on you. One day, you'll look back at the struggles you once hated, and you'll realize they didn't ruin your life. They revealed your strength. They built your character. They introduced you to a person you never knew you could become. That person is still waiting. Don't keep them waiting any longer. Take the first step, then take another, and another. No matter how slow your progress feels, keep moving. A slow step forward will always beat standing still. Your story is still being written. Make sure it's a story of courage, a story of discipline, a story of resilience, a story that proves you refuse to let comfort decide your future. If this message challenged you, then don't let that feeling disappear. Carry it with you. If you found value in this video, consider subscribing so we can keep growing stronger together, one challenge at a time. If these words spoke to you, leave a like so this message can reach someone else who needs to hear it today. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's one challenge you're choosing to face instead of avoid? Write it down. Make it real. Your words can inspire someone else to take their first step too. If you know someone who has been doubting themselves or giving up too soon, share this video with them. It might be the reminder they need to stop waiting and start becoming the person they're capable of being. Remember this: comfort promises peace, but often steals your potential. Challenge demands everything from you, but gives you a version of yourself that comfort never could. Now go out there, face what you've been avoiding, do the hard work, stay disciplined, and become the person your future is counting on.